Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of Decision to Leave, a Korean movie from 2022 that stars Tang and Park Hae-il. It was directed by Park Chan-wook. From a mountain peak in South Korea, a man plummets to his death. Did he jump, or was he pushed? When a detective arrives on the scene, he begins to suspect the dead man's wife. But as he digs deeper into the investigation, he finds himself trapped in a web of deception and desire. Our protagonist, Park Hae-il's character, comes off as slightly quirky during the opening stages. For example, after he finds the dead body of the man, who could have jumped off the cliff or perhaps pushed, the detective here insists that he and his colleague climb that side of the cliff because the man died falling off of it. They could have taken the safely taken longer route, the normal pathways and that on the other side, but he chose to go the more extreme route. I'm not sure if he was attempting to experience what the man experienced or he's just performing a thorough investigation over that side of the cliff, but this is the kind of guy we're dealing with here. Now, in any case, the dead man is an older gentleman who was able to land a very attractive younger wife, Tang Wei's character. Good for him, assuming she's not the one who killed him. During the earlier moments, the movie goes hard into that femme fatale component. The woman exhibits some questionable behavior early in the film, and our male lead is instantly transfixed by her beauty. So, while this film was going on and I was watching it, I was wondering if Decision to Leave was going to shift towards the more creative aspects of Park Chan-wook's prior films. But that's not really the case here. It feels right at home with a traditional movie within this particular subgenre. Now, it is a high-quality movie in terms of performances and direction, but it's also one of Park's most conventional films. There's plenty of engaging nuance in the character interaction, which is great, but I expected more of an intimidating filmmaking experience from this director, which was mostly absent here. Although the ending's a little odd. I'll give it that much. But this is also surprisingly reserved in terms of its sexuality and violence, stuff we're used to seeing in Park's films. Even within the femme fatale subgenre that already exists, there have been some erotic tellings of these stories. But in stark contrast, Decision to Leave has very little eroticism, which is kind of surprising considering this director's prior filmography. And with that said, this classy nature of the romantic content here means that it will be an attractive viewing for a wide variety of people. Even those moviegoers who are maybe not big fans of Park's prior films will probably enjoy this one more than a typical Park film. Now, I don't need to talk much about Park Hae-il. I've covered him so many times in recent months. You should already know that the guy is a very good actor. But it is nice to see Tang Wei continue to get some interesting roles in recent years. Long Day's Journey into Night is another good one. And, because I say this because her career has had some duds. Crossing Hennessy, Speed Angels, Black Hat. There's some black eyes in her filmography, right? So it's important that she continues to receive a steady number of good roles as well. And it's nice to see that happening. In Decision to Leave, she gives a proficient performance as expected. And she actually speaks Korean for much of the movie, which is pretty impressive. But for more extensive and complicated sentences, she does speak Mandarin into a phone app, which then translates into Korean for the male lead character. I think her handling of the Korean language is likely due to her marrying a Korean director back in 2014. And she is set to star in another Korean movie next for her next project. So it looks like the Korean film industry may have partially inherited an elite Chinese actress. And it'll be interesting to see how she splits her Chinese and Korean projects in the future. So, obviously, with the amount of talent present in Decision to Leave, it's a high-quality flick, very easy to recommend. I did enjoy it quite a bit. However, its more conventional, conservative nature kind of prevents it from cracking into like my favorite films from this director. You know, I don't think this is in my top 5 from Park, but I can see some people putting it there. You know, if it really speaks to them. Did not affect me quite as much as his best stuff though. But the bottom line is this: if you're a fan of Korean cinema, you're going to enjoy this movie, so you should watch it. Currently available streaming on Amazon. And as always, we'll see you next time.